Right, so the third update of Frontiers has been out for like a week or two, and I said during the end of the base game that when they were gonna release it, I'd record that specifically because it's like new story content and whatnot. So let's see here. I still have the this stuff on. Let me change that. How do I wait? I don't remember how to change the visuals. Right. Is it in a different menu? Change it here. Okay, here we go. Go with this. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Now I could just go back to the game and go to Oranos. So I've seen some bits and pieces of this DLC, and like it, I've seen that it's like apparently like really crazy. So that ought to be interesting. How do I switch maps? Go to this island? Wait, why can I not go there? How does this work? Oh wait, was I already on there? Is that why? I'm really stupid. I don't remember the island names. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, they changed a lot of stuff. Like you can see your overall percentage on all the islands, or like what you have remaining. And yeah, going by that, I've missed quite a lot of stuff because I never planned on doing full completion or anything on this game. I know they added a bunch of stuff in the updates, like I probably said in the base game, but like they added more challenges, which I think the action chain challenges, you S rank all of those, you get the spin dash, which I don't have, and yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can turn it off now, right? Okay, restrict. Can you change that? I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. Uh, yeah. Point is, they added a bunch of stuff to make the game better and like bring out its full potential. I kind of want to. Can I make the jump height better? Jump, no. Maybe lower turning speed a little bit. Boost that up. Okay, that should be fine. Yeah, I know this is exciting start to this, just me messing with settings, but I'm dying, as you do. Okay, where the heck? What the heck is it? Is it like?
Oh!
Found it. Okay, finally. Alright. I'm probably gonna cuss out a lot of that because I just kind of wandered for 15 minutes trying to find this stupid thing. But yeah, let's get to the actual meat and potatoes of this DLC. Apparently some of this level design is gonna be based on what is it? Dependent on the fact that you should have the spin dash now, but I don't. Hopefully that's not gonna be an issue because I've heard that this stuff is gonna be really hard. We'll see what happens. But this should be interesting regardless. I don't know if there's gonna be so much commentary and more so just freakouts, but we'll see.
Hold it, Hedgehog!
Before you embark, there is one other scenario to consider.
All right. I'm listening.
Moments ago, your friends sacrificed their corporeal forms to suppress your cyber corruption and return you to this dimensional plane.
They were so close to being free again, and they gave it all up for me. I don't care how many islands or titans it takes, I'm getting them back this time.
Please, no tedious speeches about the superpower of teamwork.
Oh.
Of my millions of calculations, there was one so remote and unlikely I did not consider it. However, as things stand, it could be the one to save us all.
Well, I'm all about beating the odds. What's the plan?
I can reverse your friends' efforts and restore them. They would then seek out the Chaos Emeralds for us. I can stabilize your cyber corruption for a brief time, and then I would guide you on how to convert that corruption into power so that you may end this conflict and save Father.
And save the world, too, right?
It is his to conquer, so yes.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I like that plan. Let's do it to it.
Be forewarned, the trials you face will be grueling, and we will have precious little time.
Please, I live for time trials. Let's go already.
I just tried to save you. I'm not doing it again.
Sonic? What's going on?
I know it's been rough, and that things are confusing, but I need you guys to just follow my lead. I need you three to find the Chaos Emeralds, while I take care of something else.
All right. We trust you. You can count on us.
Piece of cake.
Get on with it already! It's coming.
Oh boy. Alright, so how's this gonna work? Amy first? Yeah, because the question for this is like, they're gonna bring back.
Time to find some emeralds.
They're gonna bring back different playable characters. The question is like, how are they gonna do this? So.
Emeralds and vaults? What will they think of next? Don't rush me. I'm looking.
Okay, so she has a boost. She doesn't have a slide. There's a triple jump, which is cool. I like that they're bringing back the tarot cards, because that was like a thing in like the Sonic CD manual, but it wasn't really played with much for a long time. They had it be a part of the intro cutscene to CD in Origins, and I do like the making it like part of Amy's moveset in this. That's pretty cool. That is a really good triple jump. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what to expect from this. All I know is that like obviously the free playable characters. I'm interested to see how all these guys play and what exactly these challenges offer. I know these characters all have their own skill trees, so I'm interested to see what kind of stuff that entails. Yeah, I don't really like how long it takes for me to stop moving. How do I... That should be better. Nah. I want to fix this now because I know I'm gonna need this to be like to my liking when we do the hard stuff. Why does it take so long to stop? Why is it doing that? Does this need to be high? Is that what the issue is? Yes, okay. Right, okay, that makes more sense. Right. Okay, so skills. Jump, double jump, card flow. Oh yeah, side loop. Alright, I'll get the side loop first. Yeah, I know how to do this. Thank you very much. Right, and then Psy Hammer. That's 15. Yes, okay, Stomp. Oh, 50. Jeez, okay. That's about all I can do for now. That's cool. That's a cool little effect. I like the cards in the hearts. Okay. So it seems like getting skill points is going to be a lot easier because let me see. Can I still get the infinite boost? Yes. Okay. Because they have those Cocos that just gives you a bunch of skill points and whatnot, and I imagine that this is I don't know how long this is supposed to be, but it's obviously not going to be as long as the base game, so you know, it makes sense that they'd have to speed that process up a little bit. Okay, what is this? Alright, go like that and then... Okay. It does feel nice to play a game with different characters again though, because I was always a fan of like multiple gameplay styles, and it's like whether or not they do it like this, where it's like Sonic but they have their own attributes, or I guess the closest comparison to this would be like Sonic 06, funnily enough, or maybe Black Knight, but either way, I think that this and the adventure style where every character has their own playstyles, I think I do like both in their own way. I feel like I I don't know. I feel like I want to say I prefer having the characters with their own playstyles, but alright, see, I gotta time this. Nice to see these heroes' cannons. Right. Yeah, I think I'd say I prefer having the characters have their own playstyles, because I like stuff like treasure hunting in SA2, or like the mech stuff and the like Werehog and all that. But I understand that's not everyone's cup of tea, and they prefer just having multiple playable characters just have different attributes, and it doesn't change the game too much. And I feel like this is a good testing ground at the very least. I'll obviously save my actual thoughts for the end of this, because, you know, I just started this, so I can't really say how much I'll like this in the long term, but oh hey. I'm just happy to see these guys get the spotlight again, because it's been so long that we've had just Sonic and like different forms of Sonic, that it's nice to be able to play as like Amy, Knuckles, Tails again, and I'd like that to be a thing in the future as well. Like, obviously it's gonna be a thing for superstars, but I'm mainly worried about what they're gonna do with the 3D stuff, because that's always gonna be a interesting beast, just because like they rarely stick to the same thing for very long. I really do hope they expand on the formula they have going on here, because with the right time, budget, and like the right ideas, I think a Frontiers 2 could be really good. Like, maybe like possibly like I don't want to say like best game in the franchise or anything like that, but it could definitely, I definitely feel like it could get to that point, because like this is a really solid foundation. It just needs some work and like some polishing up and whatnot. Okay, how do I? I'll ignore this one. I might have to do that with another character. Yeah, so I'm not really like I guess it's just gonna be like other islands where you just go around and do stuff until you get the emeralds. I've seen bits and pieces of this DLC, but I haven't, like, I don't exactly know what the structure is, so I guess we'll just play things by ear. Oh, okay, right. I've seen that before. Yeah. Apparently people call that like a shot lock from Kingdom Hearts, and yeah, it kind of gives off that vibe a little bit. Okay. So I'm noticing that I can't wall run. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I guess my main things that I want for Frontiers 2, like, obviously it's not going to be called that, but like, bear with me. I'm like, until we know what the actual game's going to be, like, that's just what I'm going to say by default, because I'm not going to predict a random game name that I'm not, I have like a 2% chance in guessing. So yeah, Frontiers 2, what I mainly want is make the level design more, like, make the platforming more feel more organic, and not have like these floating platforms and well, the rails are fine, I guess, but like having all these floating platforms that all kind of look the same, I would definitely prefer the next game to feel more organic and have the platforming actually interwoven into the world itself, like in previous games. Like that would be really cool. Because like some of this platforming is really good, but it's it definitely needs some like polishing up and like change things up a little bit. God, that triple jump really is super high. Yeah, that and make the environments themselves more interesting, because I think Izuka said that this is basically a global playtest, this game, to see like how to gauge people's interest in this style of Sonic. So I hope that in the next game they have more interesting locales, and like, you know, this game is like really fun to just kind of mess around in, and like just experiment with all these characters' movesets, not just Sonic now. So to be able to have that in a more not necessarily, it doesn't have to be abstract, but just a more interesting environment sounds like a dream come true for like a Sonic game. So yeah. Basically what I'm saying is like this game had a solid foundation, and I want it to be further expanded upon, and like put this gameplay style in a environment that is like more I don't know if I want to say more Sonic-y, but like just, what is it? Like I've had the complaints where it's just like it feels like an asset dump or whatever. Like it feels like the world feels like a testing ground for a game, and not like a full budget game. Which kind of goes back to the whole like global playtest thing. So it's, you know, I would like to, yeah, I would like to see them use this style in a better environment, if you will. I do like the world of this game, don't get me wrong, but you know, it's, when you compare it to the locales we've seen in previous games, like it's very basic. I will straight up say that it's not not bad. It's just like basic, and again it feels like a test, which is fine. But I hope the next game like changes things. How do I do this? I'm confused. Am I supposed to? Why is it just killing it? Am I supposed to get the flashing one first? No? What am I doing wrong? No? That is a short lock. I don't understand this. Yeah, they just disappear. I don't know. Okay, this is for Tails. Am I just in, like, the wrong area? Hey, yo. Okay, I only have 6. Oh no, I have an actual attack. Okay. Okay. See how good that's gonna be. Interesting that there's a lot of the stuff with the cards in this. There's not a lot of hammer stuff, which is interesting because that's usually most of like the hammer is usually what Amy uses in her movesets. So that's an interesting change of pace. I know there's a bunch of new cyberspace challenges as well, so you know, gotta keep on the lookout for the gears. It is interesting that they gave this island a second chance because apparently Kishimoto was like dissatisfied with the island and didn't like how it was. What is it? It wasn't exciting enough or whatever. So it was interesting that they gave this a second chance. I don't know if it was like the 5th or the 4th island he was referring to when he said that though. Or both, maybe? I don't know. Okay, it's nice that you can just cheese that. Alright, I should be able to do this. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, cool. I do really like this game's way of like opening up the world though, because it's not like you just get a map and you just see the whole area or whatever. You like gradually you had to do puzzles around the world, which gives you upgrades, but they also open up the map gradually. I do like that. That is a good way of changing like an open world trope, if you will. Because usually you just find a tower and then you open up like a big section of the map, which works for a lot of games. But I feel like a game like Sonic, it makes sense to do it like this, I think. And I don't know if it would how much it would work if you did this in like Breath of the Wild or whatever. I feel like maybe it could, but I feel like those games work so differently and you're not running at a million miles an hour constantly, so I feel like the structure is going to be inherently different. So okay, what am I doing with these fans? Just to... Well, there's stuff up there. Okay, you don't have a bounce. You probably get it later. Yes, something I've been thinking about. What did this Lookout Coco do, actually? I don't actually know. Yeah, it doesn't do it. It doesn't have a pop-up or anything. Hell if I know. yeah, something I've been thinking about recently is blind playthroughs in general, and the fact that like I think after this, I think I'm gonna just completely abolish blind LPs if it's by myself. If it's with other people like Jason, Scrappy, and all that, that's a different story because I'm not the only one present. But if it's like something that a playthrough that would just be me, like I'm not doing a blind playthrough of that because it's hard to gather your thoughts on the first run of a game, especially when you're the only one like there to like talk. And it's like going through this game, like I enjoyed going through the playthrough, and I'm glad I did this, but it definitely put a lot of pressure on me to try and be like tries to not like spend a long chunk of time just saying nothing. And when you're going for an open world game like this, it's really easy to just run out of things to talk about, and like just you want to just get lost in the world, but it's just like, oh, I need to keep people entertained. And when it's a game you haven't played before, it's kind of hard to know like what to talk about sometimes. At least for me, like maybe it's different for other people, but I generally prefer LPN games I've played before, because then I understand more of like what the game's like, even if I've only played it once before, and like I have a head start on like what I want to say. Whereas like a lot of the conversations I remember having for Frontiers are like very spur of the moment, or just random things that come to mind, which I guess is also fun in its own way. But is this for Tails? It might be. I'm gonna try doing it anyway. See if it lets me. Yeah, doing like just randomly talking about stuff can be fun in its own way, but I don't like doing a playthrough feeling kind of like stressed out in terms of like needing to keep the conversation going, and like all that other stuff. And if I do a solo LP, I'd prefer for it to be a game that I know, so I actually know I feel confident that I actually can talk about it for a good long while, and not have a gamble of like whenever I like went to like start another session of Frontiers, at the back of my mind I was always worried, is this gonna be the session where I just lose it and have nothing to say? And I feel like I did about as well as I could have, considering that, because I definitely had moments where I was silent for a long time, but I feel like I kept a decent conversation up for most of it. But it was always at the back of my mind, like, am I gonna run out of things to talk about and like have nothing to say? And it's like, yeah, I definitely prefer doing stuff that I know, and I do like doing. All right, I do like doing blind stuff with Jason, Xavier, Scrappy, and all that, and like doing that kind of stuff on stream, because for one thing, I'm not the only one there usually, and even if I am on stream, streams themselves, like by their nature, are supposed to be more laid back, and I don't feel pressured to have to talk constantly, and I can just, I feel it's more like you're on the journey with everyone else, especially with like games you've never played, so it's definitely a different experience, I'd say. Like that stuff, like blind streams, like blind runs, blind runs on stream and stuff like that. That's not going away, but I think like this just kind of made me realize that I'm better off not doing blind LPs if it's solo anymore. So that unfortunately is something I'm just gonna abolish outright. And if I do a blind LP, it's not gonna be by myself. That's basically a long-winded, like a TLDR of what I've been saying. And yeah, I feel like I should say that I need to say this now because Sonic Superstars is coming out in like a week, and I was wondering for a while, oh, should I do a blind LP of this? Should I record this as soon as it comes out? And I've just come to the conclusion that nah, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. If I do LP Superstars, it'll be a little bit later when I played the game for myself at least once. Because I want to, like, I've been looking forward to a bunch of these games. So I've been looking forward to Sonic Superstars, Mario Wonder, Spider-Man 2. I definitely want to play on stream because again, I'm not abolishing blind runs on stream. And yeah, Mario Wonder and Sonic Superstars, I want to play those basically the day those come out, because I've been looking forward to both of them a lot. And I don't want to have to deal with the pressure of being like behind the mic and like having to constantly talk in front of an audience or whatever. I want to be able to play these games for the first time and be able to soak in the experience for myself and like just, you know, be able to enjoy myself. I don't want to like worry about like recording or anything like that. Like that will probably come down the line, but at the moment I just want to play those games and enjoy my first run with them. And this, yeah. So don't expect a blind run or an LP of Sonic Superstars or Mario Wonder or anything like that for a while. I'm just nipping that in the bud now, so people don't ask me, oh, are you gonna do a blind run of Superstars or anything like that? And if you did want me to do that, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I don't wanna force myself to do things that I don't want to do. So yeah, that's just that's basically all I wanted to say about that. So it is what it is. Yeah, I've just kind of been wandering around this whole time trying to find stuff. I don't exactly know how it works, or how you switch characters in this. I've been getting a bunch of stuff, so that's good. I'm not really sure what my end goal is. I'm at least getting stuff. I guess I'll go to the waypoint. God, I'm really starting to miss Sonic's Super Boost.
Wait, it's not here. Why isn't it here?
Interesting.
Was empty. I'll try another. You should too.
What good are these vaults if they don't do their job?
Okay, where's this?
I'll find them. It's just a matter of time.
So so I assume these guys are obviously doing their objectives at the same time. So I assume when I switch characters, it's gonna be like a meanwhile thing. Like while Amy was doing this, Tails was also doing his own challenges, and same with Knuckles. I assume that's how this like works, continuity wise. Okay. So what do these do? Just open up a bit of the map. Okay.